Hi, my name is Damon and welcome to another CyberWatt tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to install and use KeePass. KeePass is a free password manager and it's an excellent little tool for managing passwords, especially if most of your internet browsing is done on your PC. All of the information in this video is available in a written format on my blog at www.cyberwatt.com.au/using-KeePass. Before we get started, we need to download KeePass. So to do that, open a browser of your choice. In this instance, I'm using Google Chrome, and type in keepass.info. On the left-hand side here, just click on the downloads page. Now KeePass comes in a couple of varieties. There's a installer version or a portable version. I usually use the portable version because it just gives a little bit of flexibility if you want to save it on a USB drive or on your local hard drive. So we click on the download now link and we'll give that a moment to download. Okay, there we go. It's only a small file. So once that download's done, if you press Ctrl J on your keyboard, that will bring up your downloads. Now we want to click on Show in Folder, and there you'll see the KeePass file. If we right click on that file and then left click Extract All, this is where we want to specify where on a computer we're going to save KeePass. Now I like to put it in my Documents folder because I already backed that up. So I'm just going to right click New Folder, KeePass, select that folder, and then we hit Extract. So these are the files that it's just extracted. So that we can easily open KeePass, let's just right click on that guy there, click Send to Desktop Create Shortcut, and that'll create a nice little shortcut for us here for easy access to start the program. So we'll close out of these guys. Okay, so if we come over here and start KeePass, you'll get asked if you want to open the file the first time. That's fine, just click Run. And now this is just a question regarding an automatic update check. I usually click Enable. It's completely okay to click Disable. Updates are generally fairly infrequent and minor. Okay, we're in. So now that we've got KeePass running, what we need to do is start a new database. So if we come up to File and then New, and now because I've put KeePass in my Documents folder, which is getting backed up, that's where I store my database. It's important though, if you've put your KeePass folder somewhere else, that you do save the database somewhere where you back up. Because it's going to contain all of your passwords, it is really important to have a backup. So we'll just call this My Passwords, click Save. Right, now this is where you create your master key, and probably the most important part of the whole process. Now I do have another blog post on passwords called Making Passwords Great Again, and if you're unsure about what to make your master password so that it is very strong but memorable, I recommend you read that post. For now, I'm going to create an absolutely terrible password just because it's quick and easy to type. So you will need to put that in twice, and then we click OK. This is just some extra database options. By all means, have a look through. Defaults are fine, so I'll just click OK. Now we're in. So to create a new password entry, if we right click and then add entry, this is where we can put in some information. So let's just say we want to put in our password for eBay. We enter in the title, enter in our username. I'm just tabbing through those fields there, by the way. So cyberwatt@outlook.com. Now we'll pop in the URL as eBay. Now the password, you can type a password of your choosing here, and that could be anything you like. Hopefully it's not password. What I do recommend though is because we're using a password manager, you can make your passwords really complex because we don't have to remember them. So if you click on this little key icon here, you can open the password generator. Now in here we can configure all the different options that we want to include in the password, and we can configure the length. If you're going to use the password manager, that's important because there are some sites that will have restrictions on the type of password, some of the characters or the length, and they can all be changed there. So if we click OK, and then that's generated a password for us, and that's perfect. No one's going to remember that, but that's okay. No one's going to crack it either. If we click OK, and there we have it. The only thing we need to do now is click Save. So we have a password, we're good to go, but how do we use it? KeePass doesn't have some of the fancy integration of a program like 1Password. So what we need to do is get our website ready that we want to log into. If we open up our browser again, I'm going to go to eBay. I'm going to click on sign in, and now I'm going to enter in my username, and now this is where we need the password. So if we come back to KeePass, we can right click on our password entry and say copy password. Come back to eBay, right click, paste, and there it is. It's that simple. There is a very important feature that I need to point out to you here though. I'll get rid of that. And that is that when you right click, copy password, what it will do is it will copy that password to the clipboard of the computer. It will only keep that password there for 12 seconds. And you can see down here this slowly disappearing green bar. Once that disappears, the password's gone from the clipboard. So if I come back here and try and paste, I can't do it. And that's just an extra little security feature to make sure you don't have all these passwords sitting in memory. So you can increase that time frame from 12 seconds. So let's just bump that up to say 20. I strongly encourage you to keep this feature enabled and just increase that time if you need to. And that way, when we do copy password, you'll see this green bar here disappears a lot slower. So it just gives you a little bit more time if you need. Click paste, and we're in. The only other thing that I'll show you now is if you're on a shared computer or if you're walking away from your computer, obviously you may not want to close KeePass because you're going to continue to use it, but you don't want anyone else to access it, you can lock the workspace, which just means that to get access to your passwords, you need to re-enter your master password. To do that, click File, Lock Workspace. Now KeePass has disappeared. It's still open down here, and you can see it's got the little red circle across it. If we click on that, you can see that you need to enter your password to get back in. Type that in, and we're good to go. You can also lock it just by clicking on the lock right there. And that's it. Hope you found this informative. If you've got any queries, please sound off in the comments on the blog, and thanks for listening.